Hello everyone, it's Chris and we're off to an awesome adventure today, because today we're going to see Taughannock Falls. Taughannock Falls is an awesome place just north of the city of Ithaca. I'm in Ithaca for a 2-day journey, shooting quite a few videos that are going to be just great to see. So this is the beginning of Cayuga Lake. The rivers and the creeks flow into Cayuga Lake, and I believe Cayuga Lake drains eventually through a river into the Great Lakes, Lake Ontario. But Taughannock Falls, which I believe is part of Taughannock Creek, I think that's what the creek is that flows through the Taughannock State Park, which I did another video on, flows into Lake Cayuga, or Cayuga Lake I should say. And along this ridge that we're gonna ride past here, there are a lot of creeks and whatnot that flow in, and one of them is pretty cool. I'm sure the locals have a name for it, but we're about to drive by it, and I just want to make sure I slow down and point it out to you, because it's pretty awesome, and no one's behind me, so I can slow down. And I know it's right around here. I don't know exactly where it is. The Spyder is filthy this morning because it was pouring rain yesterday for much of my ride to Ithaca. I'm going to clean it up with a little White Spirits polish. Okay, I think this is it right here. I'm going to slow down right here. Isn't that cool? And there's a lot of those little sluices. I don't know what they call them, but they're man-made structures for that water to flow, I guess, so it doesn't destroy this roadway. I used to live in Pennsylvania, which was a similar, western Pennsylvania near Johnstown. It was a very similar topography to the Ithaca area, and there was also a lot of those creeks that would flow kind of under roadways into a river or a lake or whatever. And you can tell that engineers, I don't know, years and years ago had to develop these little drainage systems so the water wouldn't pile up on the road. I love these little houses that are built right on the lake, and I think those cars are people who live in these houses, and some of them park across the street. I'm not sure I would want to park here, but what do I know? So this is a garage, and I guess that guy walks downstairs to his house. And their houses, we can't see them, but they're down here because I can see their driveways. Here's a driveway right here. There's a couple. There's a driveway right there. The video I shot regarding the ride along Cayuga Lake ended at Taughannock Falls State Park, but only a portion of the state park, the portion closest to the lake. Today, we're going to go to the waterfall overlook, and then we're going to go to another part of the park where we can see the waterfall from below. We're not going to be standing underneath the waterfall, but we'll see it up close at the bottom of the gorge that it flows into, and I think you'll be impressed. We're about a mile out from Taughannock Falls State Park. The sun doesn't know what it wants to do this morning. It's like a lot of mornings when you have that valley fog and you're in a valley setting. It was foggy when I went out for breakfast this morning. Then the sun, when I started this ride, it looked like it was peeking through. Then it kind of receded, and now it looks like it's trying to peek through again. I think that's the sign that as soon as the sun does its job of burning off the fog, it's going to be a great day today. And that's a good thing, because we've got a lot to see. If the foliage, if the leaves weren't in bloom right now, we'd be able to see the lake in so many spots. I mean, I can see it with the naked eye right there, even despite the fog. Some of the houses along this road are modest and cute little cottages, and some of them are really, really nice. So there's Taughannock Inn, or the inn at Taughannock, I guess. I think they're having a wedding up there or something. It looks like they've got a tent set up. That must be a neat place to eat. Imagine the views from that dining room. This is Taughannock Falls State Park, where we went to on the Cayuga Lake video. This is where we're coming to soon, and I'm going to slow down. No one's behind me as we ride over this creek. We're going to walk right by that creek there, but for now we're heading to what this sign is teasing, the Falls Overlook. That's where we're going right now. This is such a cool spot. So basically, the trail I just showed you that leads by the creek I just showed you is at the base of a gorge, and so now we're basically climbing up the side of that gorge to where engineers from either the Civilian Conservation Corps or New York State Parks, I don't know for sure when this overlook was built, but the beauty of this overlook is we're going to get up close with the Spyder. I'm not taking the helmet off. I'm literally going to shoot this with the GoPro camera. I may also shoot it with the iPhone just in case when I'm editing this video. The falls are kind of a distance from this overlook, and I want to make sure you get a close-up view, so I probably will take my iPhone and get you up close to the falls from this overlook. And my guess is it's midweek, it's early in the morning, there's not going to be a lot of people here. I mean, and I'm right, which is good. Guy walking his dog, that's cool. Looks like this might be closed. Sorry, we're closed. That's okay. I hope the fog isn't gonna... Oh, the fog might impact our view this morning. Oh no, we're gonna be fine. Good morning.
Howdy.
How we doing? Wow.
Never gets old.
It doesn't. It does not get old, no matter how many times you've seen this.
Yep.
He's enjoying it too, right?
She doesn't mind. Sniffing for food, right? So.
Sniffing for food? You got this beautiful site here and you're looking for food? Well, enjoy your day.
Yeah, you too. Have a nice ride.
So this stone staircase is awesome. We're going to get a little closer. The fog is going to impact our view, but we're going to get up close anyway, and I'll show you where we're going when we get to the bottom of this staircase to this overlook. I'm thinking the GoPro camera can probably capture that pretty well, but if you can't see it, I'll try to point it out. There's a little bridge, a wooden bridge there with a walkway. We're going to basically walk down a trail. It's kind of a flat trail. It follows the creek that I pointed out earlier, and it leads over that bridge. We're going to walk right there and get really close to the waterfalls. Now, I've seen the waterfall when it was a trickle. If you come here in August, in the dry season, there's not much water flowing over it. I've also seen it when it was gushing heavier than that. We're going to jump on the Spyder and head back down that hill, down the gorge. And I'm going to walk that trail. Now, I'm not going to walk that with the helmet on because it's a long trail. I say long, it might be a half a mile, it might be a mile. I don't know. It's not that arduous because it's pretty much flat. But I'm going to walk it. I'm going to bring my iPhone, take you along with me, but not with... Unfortunately, the Spyder could ride down that road if they allowed it, because it really is more like a dirt road than anything, but they don't allow it. It's a walking trail. So okay, we are off to see something that I think you're gonna like, because it's not just the falls that make this impressive. That creek that flows along that riverbed, the riverbed is almost all rock, and the rock is kind of smooth because the river at times flows over it. However, there are times when, like I said, that waterfall is kind of dry or it's just a trickle, and that creek bed is dry or just a trickle. And what that means is there are people walking along the riverbed that we're about to walk by. And my guess is there will be parts of it even today with the water flowing more than, I'd say more than average, just based on the rain they've gotten here, I hope. But even despite that, that's a state parks office. Despite that, we'll probably see some parts of the creek bed where like we could walk out on, or at least get pretty close to. And when you come here in the dry season, let's say in August, you miss out on the beauty of that waterfall, although it's still beautiful even when it's just a trickle. But what's cool is you can walk along that riverbed, and of course there's a lot of kids playing in it, in the riverbed, in the little pools that that build up. It's a neat place to visit kind of year-round. And there's so much to see beyond Taughannock Falls. I again urge you, I mentioned this in the Cayuga Lake video, but if you do not subscribe to the channel, please do so, because I'm going to post a video from Buttermilk and Lucifer Falls, Buttermilk State Park and Robert Tremond State Park. And it's just going to be breathtaking, and you're going to come along with me. Okay, so I believe the park is closed, not meaning that we can't go to it, but we don't have to pay admission. I've got an Empire Pass, which gives me admission. I've got it like an annual fee that I pay, but we're going to just be able to ride in. In the summer, sometimes this is like, you can't get in here. It's just full. You can see it's limited parking. Okay, gang, so here's how this is going to work. I am going to, after I shut down here, I am going to basically take the helmet off, head out there on the trail with the iPhone. I'm going to bring you along. I am going to edit this video. I'm going to try to edit this video tightly so that, you know, it's not an hour-long video, which is probably how long the whole thing would be if I wasn't just turning the camera on and off and editing it. But I'll make sure it's tight, yet still enjoyable for you, and I'll pick it up with the iPhone. Again, we're heading that way, and I'll pick it up soon. So I speculated earlier on how long this trail was, just for your reference, and you can see it's 3/4 of a mile. Interestingly, those falls are 215 feet high. Niagara Falls are slightly less than 200 feet, so it's actually a taller waterfall than Niagara Falls, but of course much less dramatic, with much less water flowing over it. And I'll just give you this kind of brief, I know you can always just push pause on the video, but I'll give you a chance to kind of Good morning. So this is kind of interesting. Stay on main trails, right? And for some reason there's I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's actually like a cage here, chicken wire actually. But there's a trail that leads right down to the creek bed. So maybe it is not prohibited, maybe it's just frowned upon or whatever, but you can see we're gonna walk out here, and we're gonna walk out pretty far. This is very slippery. I'm gonna stop here, but you can see it. If I zoom in, I can see the roadway, and I think you can probably see it now too, the bridge that we crossed. If a car goes by, you'll be able to see it, but of course no cars are going by. Anyway, but there's more to see, lots more to see. Okay, so we're coming up to the wooden bridge that I showed you from above, from the overlook. Yeah. Good morning. Okay, so there's the overlook. You can just barely make it out. We were just there. And then we're gonna swivel around. Isn't that something? Isn't that beautiful? And again, that's about 10 or 20 feet taller than Niagara Falls. You can see the fog is starting to burn off. You can see blue sky there. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Now, I am gonna shoot video at Buttermilk State Park and Robert Tremont State Park at some point today. Those videos will post probably 2, 3, 4 days after this video, but you're not gonna want to miss those videos. I think she might be praying to the waterfall. So I know you can't feel it, but I can feel the mist, which is just awesome. Got a long hike back. I'm gonna pick it up on the Spyder. Okay folks, so I'm heading out of the state park now, heading back to town for more adventure, and I mean just awesome adventures. I really appreciate you coming along with me on these journeys. I really do. Those of you who interact, I appreciate all of the interaction, whether it's a like or a comment or the back and forth. And of course, those of you who subscribe, I really appreciate you, and I would greatly appreciate it if you don't subscribe, if you would do so. Until the next video, you have a great day. Bye-bye.